SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I wanted to make this video here today to see if I can help some folks, save them from some grief that could be coming their way. If you think that you are a power user, use a lot of data, this video is for you. And if you were thinking about becoming a power user, think again. All right, Verizon is very aggressively flagging accounts and notifying people for network abuse. We've covered this with the Carlos S. Tech experiments. And now we're finding this is happening to more and more regular folks. So Carlos definitely is not regular, but regular folks like you and me and network tech enthusiasts, cellular testers, you got to be careful. Anyways, let me tell you guys what's going on here. Let me share these images with you. So here's the email contact from Verizon to my friend. And it is an email letting them know that his line is under investigation for potential violation of a customer agreement and usage on the network. So it says, we're informing you we're investigating suspected smartphone data misuse on one or more of the lines on your Verizon account. Your data usage significantly exceeds a typical consumer usage, suggesting that you are bypassing plan limitations associated with your mobile hotspot or tethering or otherwise using service in a manner that violates our prohibited data usage policies. I can verify with you guys, my friend is not using very little mobile hotspot. The way he made it sound was like less than a half a gig. So it is absolutely not that. Then it goes on to let him know, you're not supposed to use devices that have been modified in a way that negatively affects our network for other customers, blah, 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 all those types of things. Anyways, to avoid losing service, he is going to have to contact Verizon Network Compliance within 7 days of this email. He has to offer an explanation to prove that the usage is not in any violation, the 4 digits of the account number, 4 digits of the high usage mobile number, account owner's first and last name, and the preferred contact method in case they want to reach back out to him. All right. Here's his usage, folks. This is important. 227 gigs for this month. 3 days left in the billing cycle. So based on his usage pattern, I don't know, 3 days left, what is he going to end up with? Maybe 250 gigs of usage? I don't know if that's egregious. I don't even consider that bad. I mean, we've seen much worse. Here's the previous month, or I should say 2 months ago. No, 3 months ago. All right, so this is July, the July billing cycle, June to July. All right. And let's see here, 736 gigs, so 3/4 of a tera. Here's the July to August bill. What we got here? 650 gigs of data. Here's his plan. This is a new plan. This is the Unlimited Plus plan, $90 per month, which after tax and fees probably pushes $100. And by comparison, he uses almost 2 gigs a month on T-Mobile. Right, there's his September usage was over 100 gigs. Previous months, August and July, I think he was over 1 terabyte, closer to 2 terabytes for both. I'm not sure what happened to his usage bar. Anyways, I want to make this very clear, folks. And this is important, right? They're hawking. Okay, Verizon is being very aggressive in flagging accounts for network abuse. I just want to make this very, very clear. If you are a power user, it absolutely does not matter what plan you have. He has arguably the highest tier plans, right? The only one that is quote unquote higher tier is the ultimate plan. I'm not even really sure there's any difference in the network access, right? He has done nothing with mobile hotspot. He is not doing anything in like another device or anything. He's just using the phone as a phone, doing some speed testing, the same way he would use, AT&T, the same way he would use T-Mobile. But Verizon is very aggressively flagging accounts. So I think there's a couple of things that we need to start thinking about. Number one, what are the users like in your area, right? If there aren't that many power users, you are going to stick out. I think that's part of this. I think the other part of this is what Verizon is considered to be bad traffic. The speed testing. They might be viewing that particular data usage as abuse. So if this was like Google Play Store downloads, if this was just 4K video streaming, I'm not sure if he would have gotten flagged. I think maybe Verizon is cracking down on the origin source of what's being done with the data. I think also whether or not you're doing this over LTE or 5G nationwide or ultra wideband, I think those things could be factors too. I don't know all those details about these usage patterns from this particular line, but I think a lot of that stuff comes into play, and that might be some of the problem. A lot of that usage may have been data going through the LTE channels, and Verizon is very particular and stretched thin when it comes to the LTE usage, right? They are just simply going to have to continue to bolster that 5G UW connection, And look, I'm not trying to say Verizon, is good in this, and I'm not trying to say the customer is bad in this. I'm just trying to be objective here. You have to understand who you're playing with. Verizon is clearly, making a concerted effort to preserve their network, and I just want you guys to be mindful of this. And yes, it does appear that T-Mobile is more lenient with the power user, and Verizon seems a little more aggressive to throttle and boot off the power user. And they may not care. They may be perfectly fine with my friend leaving, right? But it goes to show you can have the best plan, and you might not even use a terabyte. You might be at half a terabyte, consecutive months of excessive usage according to them, which, by the way, they don't disclose what that number is, because I don't know if the number really matters. I think there's other factors at play here. Some of the ones I just listed. What do you guys think is going on? Has Verizon reached out to you and done this with you? Is this kind of the process they followed? Did you talk to someone? Did you reply to the email? What was the outcome? Tell me a little bit about your usage patterns. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of this. I'm trying to build a confident explanation as to what causes Verizon to flag these accounts and then boot people off the network. I'm just trying to, put some solid information together that could help some folks. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Drop me a line in the comment section. Let's get it popping there and see if we can figure things out. Like and share. Subscribe for more. We'll see you guys in the next one.